So here's a real life problem. In African countries, 4% of newborn babies have sickle cell anemia. The 4% is underlined because that's an important number that we'll have to use in the equation. And sickle cell anemia is a recessive trait, which is also important for the equation. Out of a random population of 1,000 newborn babies, how many would you expect for each of the 3 possible genotypes? Let's figure it out. First, you would need to write out all of the equations. The first one would be big A plus big A plus little a, or p squared plus 2pq plus q squared. And the other one is big A plus little a equals 1, or p plus q equals 1. So in the problem, it said that 4% of the population has sickle cell anemia, and that's a recessive trait. So you would plug that in under little a, or p or q squared, because that's the recessive genotype. And then since you know that q squared is 0.04, you can square root that to get the value of q. And then you know right away that big A is 0.8 because 0.8 plus 0.2 has to be equal to 1. And then after that, you know the value of A already, so you can figure out the value of big A by taking 0.8 squared, which would give you p squared, which would be 0.64. And then since we already figured out the values of both p and q, which was 0.8 and 0.2, you can figure out what big A little a will be by taking 2pq, which is equal to 2 times 0.8 times 0.2, which would give you the value of 0.32. And then you can plug in all the values into the equation. So 0.64 plus 0.32 plus 0.04 should equal 1, which it does. And then in the problem, it also said that the population was a random 1,000 people. So you would need to take each of those genotypes, 0.64, 0.32, and 0.04 times 1,000. So 0.64 times 1,000 is equal to 640. So 640 people are big A. And then 0.32 times 1,000 is equal to 320. So 320 individuals are big A, little a. And then 0.04 times 1,000 is equal to 40. So that would mean 40 people out of the population have sickle cell anemia, or little a. So that's the whole problem, and you successfully figured it out.